Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to be talking about my husband and how he lost 200 pounds. So for you guys to really understand my husband's story, we have to go back to January of 2019, where my husband almost lost his leg. Yes, I said it. He almost lost his leg. So he got sepsis really bad. He got a cut in the back of his leg and it ended up turning sepsis. He was hospitalized for almost a week. They told him he was going to end up probably losing his leg. He was very depressed, very down. Before he even ended up in the hospital, he was 568 pounds, if not a little bit more. That's when we first decided to weigh him, and he went through like the weight loss program. So he was very down. You can imagine, the hospital telling you that you might lose a leg. You can imagine how he felt. So I thought he was going to give up on the program. He missed appointments, and if you miss appointments in this weight loss surgery program, they automatically kick you out. They think that you're not serious. So I didn't think he would do it again. And I didn't blame him. Like, he was going through so much. I really did not blame him if he did not do it again. But he decided to keep going and to start the program all over again. Unlike my program, we're in the same program. We have the same doctor and everything else. But with my insurance, I had to do 6 months of nutrition. He only had to do 3 months. So fast forward after he got his sepsis and stuff all better. I don't remember when he started the program again. But he started the program again and finished in December of 2019. Can I just tell you that I am so proud of him? I had no idea of what weight loss surgery really was. I was just dumbfounded. I thought it was the easy way out. I thought maybe if I could get him to get up and move and exercise and do stuff for himself, that he would end up losing the weight. I didn't realize how hard it was for him to get up and move around at, almost 600 pounds. I had no idea. When I tell you we were not ready when he had surgery, I mean we were not ready. I apologize over and over again to this day, and I still cannot apologize enough to him. So in January of 2020, he ended up getting weight loss surgery. We were terrified. I was terrified. I thought he was going to die. He was at very higher risk because he was almost 600 pounds. So I just remember sitting in the waiting room with his mother, his stepfather, and all of our children. All 9 of them were there, and we sat there for hours and hours and hours. He went in, I want to say it was like 7 a.m. when he got to go back. I got to say goodbye to him and all that because COVID wasn't around yet. So he went back, we cried. I told him that I loved him, and no matter what happened, I would take care of his kids. So he left and went and had surgery. We didn't get an update until I think the kids left right around like 1 or 2. That's when I found out he was out from surgery, and I had to wait until he was done recovery because I wasn't allowed back there. So he did the whole recovery, and then all the kids and stuff had to go to work, so they all went home because I was going to stay overnight with him. So everybody that was there left me by myself. So I went upstairs because that's where they told me there was another waiting room for like the surgery wing. So I went upstairs and sat in that surgery ring. I cannot talk. And it seemed like forever. It seemed like he would not wake up. Like it was just horrible, just sitting there not knowing how he was doing. Finally, I got to see him, and he was so groggy, but I was just so proud. I was so proud that he took that next step, knowing that he could die, knowing all the risk, knowing that he had to take medicine for the rest of his life. He did not care. He is the reason why I'm getting weight loss surgery. I'm getting it for myself, obviously, but knowing that he could go through that, and he wanted to go through that to have a better life for not only me, his new wife, but our children, it blew me away. So he got out the hospital. Everything was great. His recovery went really, really good. He didn't have any complications. He was drinking water, doing the whole program and everything else. And then fast forward, we got married. He did lose 100 pounds before we got married in May of 2020. I was so proud of him. This last 100 pounds took a little bit longer, but they said that because when you're doing weight loss surgery, sometimes you get a stall. Stalls can last anywhere, a month, a week, 2 weeks. But the thing with weight loss surgery is you can't get yourself down when you have a stall. So he kept going. He was right around, I want to say 400 pounds for a while. And we kept trying to do all these different things, trying to get him up and walking, doing these things to get him out that stall. Needless to say that the next week he lost like 10 pounds. That's just the way it works. So he is doing great. Today is the 2nd of January, 2021. Yesterday we decided to get on the scale and do some before and after pictures before I have my weight loss surgery in February. So when he got on the scale and he came out the bathroom and was like, I've lost 200 pounds, it blows me away. 200 pounds is like the size of one of my 17-year-olds. Like, that's a whole person he lost. He is a whole new person. Like, if you're on the fence about getting weight loss surgery, I'm going to put in pictures after this video so I can show you. Don't put it off. If he was 600 pounds and he can do it, that means any of us can do it. We just have to have the determination. And I found my determination after he got his. I thought surgery was the easy way out. I was not going to do it. Come to find out, it is not the easy way out. It is very hard. There's different stages of food that you have to eat. You have to introduce all the foods back in your body. Some foods you might not like. Your taste buds change. Like, it is just a world of emotions and different things that I had no idea. So, again, he has lost 200 pounds. He's not even a year out. He will be a year out on the 23rd of this month. And it blows my mind. It just blows my mind of how proud I am of him. And I can't tell him enough. So I decided just to share a little bit of his story for anybody that was on the fence. I know you guys keep watching my story, but I'm still in pre-op. So, you don't get to see what I look like after until I guess a couple months until I actually have surgery. So I just wanted to show you guys, what it looks like. So he had the adeno switch. Most people don't know what this is. We did not have a gastric bypass. We both had the same surgery. He did not have the sleeve. So what our surgery is pretty much, it's kind of like the sleeve. It's kind of how we explain it. So they cut out like 75% of your stomach. And then they take your intestines, they take some of it out, and then they put your intestines into like the bottom half of your stomach or something. Like, they rearrange your whole insides. So basically when you eat, your food doesn't get to sit inside of you. It goes through you, and it's awesome. Some of the cons to this surgery that some people don't like is you could have diarrhea for the rest of your life. It is what it is. I mean, it's one of those things. Would you rather be heavy and unhealthy and not do things with your kids, or would you rather have diarrhea, and still live a healthy life? That's kind of how I look at it. Yes, we're going to take vitamins for the rest of our life. Oh well, we need to take vitamins anyway. Even if we weren't doing the surgery, vitamins are good for you. Hair, nail, and skin vitamins. He takes right now vitamin D because he's vitamin D deficient. I take vitamin D pills and calcium pills. Like, it's just things that we should be taking on a daily anyway. So he doesn't really do anything different. He eats all the same foods I do. He can't tolerate bread that well, so he only eats a little bit of carbs. But anything else that I cook, most of the time he eats. And he does just fine with eating it. Now, he does eat smaller portions when I make his plate. If he makes his plate himself, he still sees himself as 600 pounds. So he piles it on, and then he sits there and looks at it and says he can't eat it. And I said, no, duh. You have, 75% of your stomach missing. You can't eat all of that. Sometimes that causes, a little attention. I can't even talk, I swear. But we get through it. We do. he has to learn mentally that he is not 600 pounds anymore, that he can only eat a little bit, but he is learning. He really is. He eats a lot of protein, a lot of fruit. He loves fruit. It's just a daily learning process, let's put it that way. Some days are better than others. Some days he'll wake up hungry, other days he doesn't really want to eat, but he needs to force himself to eat because he needs the nutrition in his body. So yeah, that's his story. If you would like to know more, leave me a comment and I'll try to answer any more questions you guys have about his story. But I just wanted to put it out there just so you guys know how our family is. So he had the Dino switch January 23rd of 2020. I am having the Dino switch, hopefully, February 23rd of 2021. So that's over a year apart. So yeah, that's all I really have to say.
This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.